Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty. On this episode, we are going to explore the dark side of modeling. Now, we all heard about the unfortunate demise of Instagram and OnlyFans model Tiger Booty, who was found in Accra, Ghana, about 2 weeks ago now, dead after meeting up with a billionaire. Now, this case is very sketchy. The family has gotten few answers as to what really happened. They have not gotten the body back, and highly likely that they will not get the body back. What models like Tiger Booty are unaware of is that they hear the name billionaire and they associate billionaire with benevolence. But that is far from the case. We're going to explore something that few people talk about or even know about. Okay, right here it says Forbes billionaires list Africa's richest people, which Africa does have a lot of billionaires now. Like the world over, the continent of Africa is growing in billionaires. Africa is an amazing place. I've been there once to South Africa about 4 years ago. Really enjoyed it. But of course I didn't come in contact with any billionaires. Wasn't there for that. But let me explain something to you. When these people reach billionaire status, like this gentleman here, now let me clarify this. He was not involved in the case of Tiger Booty. This is just a picture of a billionaire. Because I need to reference something so you have an idea. This is an actual billionaire. So when these people reach a billionaire status, many times what comes with that, there's a trade-off and there's a sacrifice. And many times the sacrifice is in a very dark direction. The trade-off is in a very dark direction. And these models right here, Instagram models, OnlyFans models, have perished. Now, I'm not claiming that they all perished at the hands of billionaires. We don't know. But I'm posting them because to show you how these are the most vulnerable. Many of these women here are looking for stardom. They're looking for fame. They're looking for entry. Sometimes into the modeling world, the acting world, or many times they just want to make extra money. But if a billionaire called them, they would go running because they went running after fame, some type of fortune, some type of money. And it stopped right there. Many of these women here have disappeared. These women here have met the same type of demise that Tiger Booty has met. Mysterious disappearance of an Instagram model. She disappeared. Bikini Babe. Claire's big breakthrough happened on Facebook, posted a few shots of modeling bikini, and all it took, photos quickly spread, much beyond the Facebook reach. So these women right here, a lot of times they're very desperate. And the reason why they're very desperate is because they're not 15, 16, or 17. We're like a legitimate modeling agency is going to grab them. Like they did Kendall Jenner when she was like 16 or 17, her and Bella Hadid. But we do know that they had, parental push or parents who had connections within the industry. But I do want to say, though, they were 16 to 17. Many of these models here are like 25, 26, 27. So modeling agencies are normally not going to take them at that particular age. So they have to hustle in a different way. So when someone posing as a photographer or who has an assignment or a gig for them, their guard is down because they want this particular job. And many times, they're going to accept it. Brazilian Instagram model Ana Baraga went missing in LA, third murder. Beautiful Instagram model murdered, headless body washes up on shore. So this model right here, she had her head washed up on shore. So be very suspicious when you hear of a model or body parts that are missing, because that can signal some type of ritualistic practice. And what these models are unaware of, as in a case that Tiger Booty was not aware of, because they hear the term, in Tiger Booty's case here, billionaire, and they think benevolent. They're thinking money, big money, high roller. But many times, these billionaires have very dark sides. And when you get involved in them, many times you get sucked up into that particular dark world, as we're going to explore right now. Keep one thing in mind. There is a big difference between worship, medicine, social interaction and mythology, witchcraft and superstitions. Many people are unaware of that human sacrifices are real, and they are real. And Instagram models, OnlyFans models are easy pickings. You no longer have to roam the streets if you need someone to sacrifice. And in the case of Tiger Booty, it would not surprise me if that was some type of sacrifice. If this billionaire was so benevolent, why not fly the family out there? Why not reveal yourself? Why not fly the body back? What are you hiding? What happened to the body? Many times, sacrifices can happen. While the person is alive, they're doing things to the body. And obviously, there's many forms of sacrifices or what people, do to the body. Some of it can be sexual in nature. Some things can be done after the person is deceased. But we're going to get into that. Human sacrifice, the act of killing one or more human as a part of a ritual, which is usually intended to please or appease gods. So do not get this mixed up with traditional African religions that are very benevolent, that are very earthbound, that Christians told you were witchcraft, or of the devil, or evil, or sinister, because they went there and not understanding them. These things right here, ritual killings and murders, are something completely different than, let's say, voodoo or voodoo. Now, do I believe that all of these IG killings are some type of ritual murders or sacrificial killings? No, I don't. I do believe that some of them are. I do believe that people who are into that type of thing will recruit models from Instagram, Facebook, OnlyFans. Like some of the women who I have shown you, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. We're talking about there are a lot of models who have disappeared or who are missing, which tells me that something is going on. I do know that they are easy pickings. I do know that people will get from where they don't necessarily have to work that hard. And pretty much all you have to do is just click on a keyboard and start your interaction from there. Now, Kanye West and his mother, Donda, we now know that Kanye West is worth billions. Some will say that he had to pay a price, and the price was his mother, that she was a sacrifice. Do you believe that? I don't know what to believe there. However, I would not dismiss anything, because when you step into the world of billionaire status, you are stepping into a whole new world. Whether these people are African or American, believe me, most of these people belong to some form of secret societies. They belong to some form of secret occults, secret practices, some type of club, groups, or organizations. So these Instagram models who I showed you, like Tiger Booty, who's going to Ghana at the behest of a billionaire, you have to really understand that billionaires are not someone that you play with. In fact, if they are a billionaire, instead of being all giddy and glad and thinking that you're going to get a big payday, that should be a red flag for you to turn the other way. And the reason why you should turn the other way is because these billionaires have access and they have influence to the upper echelons of governments. They know politicians. They know local heads of government. They know prime ministers. They travel in the same circles. Which is why the body of Tiger Booty has not been returned to the family. And it probably will not be. When she was there, who knows what type of religious, or I should say rituals, that she was involved in, that she was required to do. Many times it may not go that far, religious rituals. It could be something a little more vanilla, such as this here. Many times when they recruit these models, these Instagram models, Facebook models, OnlyFans models, like Tiger Booty, they can pay them 50 grand, 100 grand, and they're thinking that's a lot of money to Tiger Booty and to the women that is, but to them it's just a drop in the bucket. I mean, many of these men are making that in an hour with their investments. They're probably pulling in 50 grand an hour, 24 hours a day, when you're worth in the billions. But what these models are unaware of is that you're being flown there to not only please that particular billionaire, but if he has sons who he wants to bring of age, make them a man, you need to put out and bust it wide open for them also. If he has friends there, you need to put out for them also. Remember, he just paid you 50 grand, 100 grand, and you have agreed to his terms right there. So therefore, your body's going to be a free-for-all. And hopefully, you can make it through that alive. But here goes the more sinister part. If they are into rituals and human sacrifices, there's no coming back from that. Remember, these guys are billionaires. And remember what I just said. They have ties to the government. So these sacrifices are to please and appease their gods or their deities. Remember, I've told you that people of billionaire status, they're into these occult practices, secret societies, devil worships that these naive IG, Instagram, OnlyFans women are not aware of. They continually associate someone with billions of dollars with somehow they're nice, sweet, innocent, hardworking people. Sometimes they are. Many times they are, I would say. But many times there's a darker side that comes with that. And you need to be aware of that. You need to not be so gullible and look at the money that you're going to make. Because in the case of Tiger Booty, if she was paid 50 grand on a trip there, guess what? She made nothing. Whoever she was going to help with that money, they got nothing. Because the body came up dead. So billionaires are not people to play around with. When you step up into that particular world, which you're starting to hear more of this because of Instagram, you're hearing of people being flown to Dubai by billionaires too. As I stated before, whether they're in Africa, whether they're American, whether they are in Dubai, there are networks. Like Jeffrey Epstein, there was a worldwide network with him. What is that? Molesting children, trafficking, child prostitution. That's a worldwide network. This is not as harmless as these models may think. These are very dark, sinister forces in which you are dealing with. So I'm making this to say, let this be a lesson. Understand the devil that you are dealing with. Understand the price that you may have to pay. And whether someone's a billionaire, a millionaire, or regular Joe who makes 100 grand a year, flying off to meet anyone is a gamble. It's dangerous. You are risking your life. And you're going there alone, a female alone, to meet with men of a high status or to meet with men of a low status. But still in all, though, you're going there alone. You must have a death wish then. Because have you seen, many of these models do not come out of it alive. And you start taking risks like that, look at all the pain and sorrow and trauma that you are going to leave behind. No, it's not worth it. Whatever happened to Tiger Booty, we probably will never know. And I can assure you one other thing too, that if it was foul play, the person will never be charged. So she leaves behind a grieving family. Many of the other models there who you've seen leave behind grieving families, loved ones, because they let their guard down. Many times women, it's just best to get a regular job. Yeah, you may not be able to buy the Gucci, the Prada, afford a certain type of a car, but you got your life. And that's what family and children, loved ones, friends find most important. What benefit are you going to be if you're dead? None whatsoever. Just think of the hurt and pain that you will cause by chasing gold that you don't really need. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that was another edition of Sin Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you all beyond and through. That was another edition of Sin Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you all beyond and through.